Do you think it's kind of a problem when people focus too much on that big end result, and not just that next step? It's kind of hard to picture, jumping there. You can really only
You
look for the
can't.
next step, right?
Yeah, you can't jump there. So could you see somebody, and like I think the visualization part was really hard for me because I have all the resources you guys got. I mean, I only really could look at muscle magazines, and that's not a lot of
Yeah,
resources, right? And they're feeding you whatever they want to feed you, right? There's no YouTube, there's no nothing. So
sure.
I think now you can have a little bit more vision towards like, okay, there's a YouTuber that's into fitness. There's what Cory does. There's what, like, I think that you can have where I'm going to get to, but I think the problem is that people think it's going to happen tomorrow. And you got to remember, MP came around, which I would say is my first major opportunity. I was 30 years old, bro. I had been in business
Yeah.
almost 11 years, honing my craft, making mistakes, getting little wins, building with no social media. No one knows who I am. You can barely find my gym. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you don't have to go through that, maybe. But I think that's where people start to get depressed, start to not think they can get there because they're trying to do me now. It's impossible. I had a monster that I built. I've had countless hours of practical application, competing, living it, testing. I've literally worked with the smartest people that have blazed industries. Louis Simmons, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Mario Di Pasquale, Dr. Serrano, John Bros, like people that were there first to do, I learned from personally. So like I spent the time to go immerse myself with the best practitioners and then learn the business alongside. So like you can't replicate what I do now. It is a
No way.
process if you want it to this level. It's just not possible. So that I think it's the expectation has to be in check. The aspirations have to be there. You can't be like, well, I'm only getting in the game if I jump to, third base. It don't work that way. It just I had to fold towels and work the desk before I could take the client. I had to
Right.
take the client no one wanted before I could get the client I wanted. I had to get a rep before they could drive to me and feel me driving to that. Like there's a process to this. You just don't get to skip steps. And if you skip steps, a lot of times you're not ready for the next step. You can't
Mm.
see the next step. You're not able to even operate in the next step. But as I was able to and took those chances that were calculated, I felt like then I was able to push my career forward. And that's just been my process all these years, man. You just can't leapfrog stuff.